This morning I posted a fucking TikTok about how fucking unfair it is that I've dedicated my life to the military and the Marine Corps and everything that I've done, and that I was able to see my fucking perpetrator in court, and how much it fucking sucked that he was being forced out of the military, that he would be getting an honorable discharge. Well, not even fucking 10 minutes ago, I just got word that this motherfucker will be getting retained because it went all the way up across the board. Everybody said that they would not retain him. And the fucking head honcho, the fucking CG, with all of the proof and a fucking admission to guilt, decided that they will retain him. And this is exactly why fucking females in the military fucking kill themselves. This is exactly why nobody fucking takes us seriously. Yo, what the fuck?
So, if you guys follow any sort of military pages on TikTok or Instagram, you've probably seen that video circle around. It's been somewhat viral over the last couple days. And I know a lot of my YouTube platform is just for comedy things. However, I thought I might as well use my platform for something that'll be beneficial to others for once. And hey, if this can shine some light to higher up military to maybe look into it further, if this can help her out, I mean, great. So sexual assault has been a problem in the military for literal decades. I mean, if you type in sexual assault into Google, the first word after it's going to be military. There's documentaries from like ABC News, military.com, Stars and Stripes, like list goes on and on. If you type in sexual assault military, type on the news filter, you are literally going to be filled with pages. If you guys remember back like a couple months ago, I did a little topic on Vanessa Gillian, which all stemmed from her sexual assault reports to her eventually ended up being murdered. There's a literal commandant in the army right now being investigated for sexual accusations. We have to do training yearly for sexual assault and prevention, and it still somewhat seems to be a problem. Now, people super high up in the military, are they concerned with it? I'm sure they are. Does tons of shit get swept under the rug at lower levels? I'm sure there is, which is the disconnect, because you can't really micromanage once you get so far up the chain. And if lower levels aren't as concerned about it, that's where the incidents are going to happen. You know, an online training you take once a year probably isn't going to stop. It's preventable, but at the same time, those shitty human beings exist. They're going to seep through the cracks and somehow get in the military. But when events like that happen, and we're going to take her word for it, there's no official report out yet, but we're going to side with her. When events like that happen and they're lenient on a service member like that, to my knowledge, this guy's going to be pretty much scot-free after giving a young sergeant PTSD probably for the rest of her life. This is the video before the one you saw at the beginning, just to give you a time lapse of everything.
So every once in a while, I come to terms with the fact that I'm leaving the military, that I dedicated myself and my body and, my child's whole life to, just this organization, and they just didn't take care of me the way that they promised that they would. Like, I was able to see my perpetrator in a courtroom, and like he's able to admit what he did. He's able to admit what he did, and they say, okay, well, you were really good at your job, and yeah, you did a bad thing, but we're gonna make sure that you get out honorably, and you'll be able to re-enlist and do this shit with somebody else in another branch, just not this one. And that shit breaks my fucking heart. Like, I'm so fucking tired. This morning I posted a fucking TikTok about how fucking unfair it is that I've dedicated my life to the military and the Marine Corps and everything that I've done, and that I was able to see my fucking perpetrator in court, and how much it fucking sucked that he was being forced out of the military, that he would be getting an honorable discharge. Well, not even fucking 10 minutes ago, I just got word that this motherfucker will be getting retained because it went all the way up across the board. Everybody said that they would not retain him. And the fucking head honcho, the fucking CG, with all of the proof and a fucking admission to guilt, decided that they will retain him. And this is exactly why fucking females in the military fucking kill themselves. This is exactly why nobody fucking takes us seriously. Yo, what the fuck?
I don't get how someone could be a literal rapist and get an honorable discharge. When there's kids that have anxiety, smoke a little bit of weed when they're at home on vacation, and get an admin other than honorable. If you're truly going to have a zero tolerance policy and he gave an admission, that's apparently this guy literally admitted to it. Now, again, if it was something minor, like, hey, sir, I smoked weed, I'm sorry about it. At least he admitted to it, right? Admitting to sexual assault should be a bare minimum and your life should still be ruined. If you give someone an honorable discharge, they're considered a veteran and their name is still tied to the service. Now, why would you want a sexual assault predator associated with this organization at all? And it's not just the military, man. It's like organizations like attached to the military, like the VA. There's literally reports of VA doctors sexually assaulting 30 plus patients and then literally just getting fired. You swore an oath as a doctor to do no harm, and then you sexually assault 30 plus patients. Getting past the physical part in the beginning, the mental strain for the rest of their life that you left them with should be a minimum, and I mean minimum, sentencing. I'm not beating a dead horse, but I don't get how people hold someone smoking weed to such a higher threat level than literally raping someone. If you guys don't want like a lighthearted news read, type into Reddit sexual assault in the military and you can get people's anonymous firsthand stories about what happened. You can hear how sincere they are, that it's not a meme. These guys are giving such detailed stories, you're almost reliving it through their eyes. You can't even use combat vet as an excuse either, because majority of these dudes are just peacetime pogues with literally zero deployments, walking around Okie, thinking they live on some sort of higher moral ground because they joined the military. A kid I went to high school with and joined the Marine Corps literally got kicked out for raping an Okinawan girl in Japan. We're visitors in their country. You're representing the Marine Corps in their country and you rape a civilian. But all in all, it's kind of hard to say what is gonna permanently fix the problem, if there even is gonna be a permanent solution to this. If I were to give a suggestion, I would say have IG inspect each and every one of these verdicts at the unit level. And if it turns out that, hey, that guy should have been in prison and you let him go scot-free, maybe the CO gets the same punishment as the rapist when you revert the trial. Also, I wouldn't just go through the military court system. I would also come through the civilian route, get a civilian lawyer. I want to let this dude get off with getting his hand shook and get a DD-214 while he brags to his buddies about being a fucking veteran and he served or some bullshit. Having people pay for his meals at Denny's on Veterans Day, knowing he's just some worthless scum.